What's up, YouTube? This is Kayla, and I'm gonna talk to you all about the chakras and past lives. Now, if you have depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, dissociative identity disorder, any mental illness, I'm going to believe that you have a ton of past life traumas that you have not healed. And these traumas are stored in your chakras. Everything I post is from first-hand experience. And some of it is not scientific, some of it is woo-woo. So understand if you're not following me. If you don't believe in past lives, then just get off this video right now. It's not for you. If you don't think chakras are real, then you can get on off, because that's what I'm going to be talking about. But in my experience, past lives and chakras are real. They are very real. I was on my balcony and I decided I was going to charge my chakras because I didn't have shit else to do, and I felt like being spiritual. I wanted to see into the spirit realm, but I couldn't. And that's another thing. If you have a third eye chakra that's not opening, you want to see spirits, you want to see into the spirit realm, you want to see auras, you want to be clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, all these things, and you can't. It could be a past life trauma or a current life trauma that has blocked that chakra. And here you are stressing yourself out, wearing out your energy bodies, and you're not addressing the root issue. In my experience, I charged my crown chakra, my third eye chakra. I charged all 7 of my chakras on the way down, from the top down. And when I made it to my root chakra, a trauma appeared. I was being molested. Now, this was a current one. This was this lifetime. Now, I discussed it with my father. He said he never did that, but I have no idea. I've had several experiences where it's him doing that to me, the memory, dreams, where he's violating me. I mean, he told me I was sexually attractive when I was 11 years old, and I remember that. But he says he's never sexually abused me. He's physically and mentally and emotionally abused me, but he said he's never sexually abused me. But my body just does not agree with that. My body is saying that he's lying. And then I went further and healed it. And then a baby came out. This was a past life trauma. I must have lost the baby. I had a miscarriage because I was upset, and water started flowing out of my vagina or whatever, and a baby came out. And this is going on in my mind's eye. But a baby came out. I don't have any kids in this lifetime, so I'm assuming this is from a past life. And when I saw this, my depression just lifted, because I do struggle with depression and schizophrenia. But the depression lifted, the energy lifted. And so I went up to my sacral chakra, and nothing was there. So I went up to my solar plexus, nothing was there. I went up to my heart, and I saw myself being pushed into the street and getting ran over by a car, by a truck. And then the energy lifted, and I felt even better. Then I went to my throat chakra, nothing was there. I went to my third eye, nothing was there. I went to my crown, nothing was there. So I went in the house and laid on my bed, flat on my back, and I started the process again, except from the bottom up, from the bottom up. And so I feel like I've healed my root chakra. There were no more traumas there when I charged it. I went to my sacral chakra. I was stabbed in the stomach. So I went up to my sacral chakra, nothing was there. I went to my heart chakra. I was being choked in the past life, not this lifetime, but I was being choked. And then when I sat through that experience, it healed, the energy lifted. And then I went to my third eye chakra and I was shot in the head. I was shot in the head. And if you guys don't believe me, like, sometimes when you have unhealed past life traumas, you'll repeat them in the next life, in your current life. You repeat them in your current life. When I saw I was shot in the head, like, there was times where I've been suicidal in this lifetime, wanting to shoot myself in the head. I wanted to shoot myself in the head. And when I was pushed into the street and hit by a truck, I have wanted to just throw myself in the street so I can get hit by a truck. I have struggled with suicidal thoughts for about 2 years now. And it's because of unhealed past life traumas. I firmly believe that now. This just came from me experimenting with my chakras, and they revealed to me of my past lives, traumas that have occurred. I went to my throat chakra again, and so a sock was being stuffed in my throat. And I believe that because I wanted to swallow a condom. I wanted to go in my brother's room, get one of his condoms, and swallow it so I could suffocate and die. And I'm sure it wasn't going to work, but I was very suicidal and desperate. And the thought would go through my mind that maybe I should just swallow a condom so I can suffocate and die. But it was a sock or something being stuffed in my throat. And that's what I saw when I went into my throat chakra. So past lives are real, and your traumas follow you. They're stored in your energy bodies, and they wreak havoc in your current life. So if you're depressed and you know you don't have a real reason why, you have all of your basic needs met, you have friends, you have family, you may need to check your chakras. You may need to give yourself a past life regression. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to find some charlatan and take your money and call themselves giving you a past life regression or healing your chakras if you don't have the money. But I mean, by all means, if you want the services, then fine. But you can do this yourself. You can do this yourself. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but there are books out there about past lives, like Many Lives, Many Masters by Paul Weiss, I believe. It's Many Lives, Many Masters. Sorry if I don't have the author correct, but it's true. I mean, there's stories of kids who say, you know, I died in a well. They go to the well in this village and they find a body there, and you know, or they were murdered in this village, and they go and they find bones, and they actually found the killer. Like, these are real stories. You can look them up. I believe that past lives are real, and it's gonna take hours, weeks, days, months, maybe even years to heal your past life traumas. I'm not finished yet. I just decided to take a break and make a video because this was so profound. This was so profound. I mean, my depression is practically gone, and I don't feel suicidal or anything. I still hear voices. They're not saying anything at the moment. But if you suffer from any mental illness, I really think that you got a lot of past life traumas that you need to address. And of course, you need to address your current life traumas. But that's all I wanted to say, you guys. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section.